Okay, so a quick review of equations of a circle. You have the standard form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And remember your center is h and k and your radius is r here. Using just the x and y for your h and k, which is your center. Writing the equation, if I give you the center and the radius, remember you just x minus 3 is the opposite. Y minus 11, opposite, equals the 2 squared, which would make that 4. So when you final answer right, it looks like that. So if I give you the center and the radius, you should be able to write the equation. Now here, I give you the equation, and you do the opposite for the center. So the center is going to be 7, negative 2. Radius, in our formula, this is r squared, so you have to remember for r, you take the square root. So r would be 8. You should be able to look at a graph or plot it and graph it. Same thing with writing the equation from the graph. So remember, when you graph, you plot your center and you count your radius out, up, down, left, and right. And plot your points and draw your circle. Matching the graphs to that, you should be able to do that part also. So that's the equations of a circle, just the basics. Now we're going to go back to completing the square. I'm just going to do one of these so you can see how to do it. Remember, you group your x and y's first, so x squared minus 6x plus blank plus y squared plus 4y plus blank equals 12. And then you do what we talked about, half it, square it, add it. So if you can remember half it, square it, add it, you've got this. So half of whatever's in front of your x and y, half of 6, and you don't worry about the sign here. So that's 3, square it, is 9, and then you add 9. So you put 9 here, add 9 here. All right, let's do the same thing with the y. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4, so add 4 to both sides. Now, to write the final answer here, you go back and you write x, and you take whatever sign was originally there. So it's minus. Y, it was plus here, so plus, and equals whatever all this adds up to, which is 25. Now, I get my half of 6 is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. Half of 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. So this would be your final answer for the equation. And your center then, do the opposite, is net. So you got a 3, negative 3, so it's positive 3. You got a positive 2, so it's negative 2. And your radius is a square root of 25, so it's 5. So that's how you complete the square. Now, going to central angles. Remember, central angle is on the center of the circle. It's in the center. And they have the same measure. When we talk about inscribed angles, we talk about on the circle, the point. And they don't have the same relationship. You double it, you double 40 to get 80, or you take half of 80 to get 40. 160, so double 80 to get 160, or take half of 160 to get 80. So that's your central and inscribed angles. You should be able to do where I give you the arc and you give me the angle. I give you the angle, you should be able to give me the arc. Let's go through these. Okay, so half of the arc is 32, so that's 16. Half, okay, so we knew this whole thing was 180, so 70, so half of 70 is 35. On this one, you know that You've got 120, half of 120 was 60. So set that equal, and you've got 30 for your x. 30 plus 30 is 60. And then for the last ones, you've got a triangle. Anytime there's a triangle, so you've got the 180, gives you the 90, and you've got 3 angles. So anytime you see a triangle in the circle, you're going to use this all add up to 180 and solve for that and get 5. Here, the whole arc's 180, so half of it's 90. Here, they give you all of this arc, and you have to find the missing piece and then take half. Back to central angles, just what we did with those was we found our missing parts. So let's just go back to this one where we had, you know, your diameter adds up to 180, and be careful it has an angle bisector. So you know these were the same because it split it into 2 equal parts. This all adds up to 180. You had 37 and 85, so then that left you 58. You knew these were the same, so 58 to 58. And then you know this all adds up to 180. So 180 minus the 58 gave us the 122. And so then you've got them all, and you just look and do the different ABs, AF, just find your thing. You got the whole angles. Remember, they all add up to 360, and across the diameter at half is 180. Minor, less than 180 is a minor. Greater than 180 is a major. And that should wrap that one up. You did work on this worksheet. Looking at some of these, I just want you to see, I'm going to go through. These would be equal because it's the central angle. This is inscribed, so it's going to be half. So you would do half of 212 and get 106 is equal to this to set it up. This is central, so this is equal. This is inscribed, so you're going to take half and set it equal to that. These are equal. This is central. These are equal. Central. Here's one of the triangles. You know this is 90, so you would add all 3 up to 180 and solve for x. These are going to be equal. This is central. This was the inscribed. So I knew that was 180, half that's 90. Okay, again, you've got a triangle, the 180, 90, so add those 3 together to get 180. These are equal. That's a central angle. These share the same arc, so these will always be equal if they share the same arc. These are central, so equal. Share the same arc, so they are equal. This is central, so they're equal to each other. Okay, that wraps it up. This was your quick review, so you can go back over this and now go to the quizzes and do all 4 of those to prepare for the quiz. Have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.